The first thing that we're going to look at for lesson 3 is charts and maps. For this lesson, you're going to need your sectional map, which can be found in the clear pocket of your student notebook. You're also going to need your aviation plotter, which is this funky looking thing here. So the first thing we're going to look at is a map. So there are road maps that you would use to find roads and street maps for streets. This is called a sectional chart map. So a sectional chart map is what airplanes and ships use. A lot of private pilots use it, and also you're going to be using it for your Wright flight navigation flight. So note the different scales and details on the charts. There are a lot of little lines and details in this chart that will make it easier for you to fly. So the reason why it has all these details, and you can even see mountain peaks and things like that, is because this is as close to a map that we're going to get of what you're actually going to be seeing from the sky when you're in your plane, which is why a lot of pilots use this type of map. Also, we're going to look and talk about longitude and latitude. So you're going to find lines on this map that go this way and lines that go this way, and they make these nice little squares for us. So the lines that are going across or east to west, those are going to be latitude lines. And we know a good little saying and way to remember that is lat is flat. So lat is flat, and they're going to just lay kind of on the horizon like that. The next obviously would be longitude, which is going long, so going up and down from North Pole to South Pole. So longitude and latitude. Lat is flat. Also, longitude and latitude are measured in degrees. That's important. So you're going to find like 32 degrees here. You're going to find a couple different degrees on your map. So they're measured in degrees and minutes. So this is 32 degrees and maybe this is 15 minutes. So 32 degrees, 15 minutes. And they're going to be measured in north, south, east, and west as well. So this next part, we're going to be looking at this section of your student notebook, and this is a plotting grid. Now, we're not really going to get into the plotter today, but it's important to know that you can use this as a ruler for a straight edge, which we will be using it for, but also that when you do use your plotter, you're always going to be looking at these really dark lines for longitude and latitude. So across the top, you're going to see some degrees for west, and down along this side, you're going to see degrees for north. Now, how this works is these are the degrees, and these little slashes are the minutes. So think about minutes and hours. So how many minutes are in an hour? 60. So all of these tick marks equal 60. So they go in increments of 5. So this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, just to give you an idea. So up at the top, it's going to give you a point. Point A is at 36 degrees, 0 minutes north. So we're going to take a look at our chart along here, and we're going to find 36 degrees north, and it's at 0 minutes. So we're going to just note in our mind that there is a point right here. The next is going 118 degrees and 30 minutes west. So staying at this 36 north and 0 degrees, we're going to find 18 degrees west. So we know that's here. So I'm going to bring this down to where my 36 and my 118 meet. But then I have to go an extra 30 minutes. So if I go this way, I'm getting smaller. But 118 and 30 minutes is bigger than 118. So I'm going to go this way by 30 minutes. And how that works is I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So right here, I'm going to label a dot, and that's going to show where 36 degrees north and 118 degrees and 30 minutes meets. And that's where point A is going to be. And I'm going to label it with an A so I remember what point that is. Next, I'm going to find point B, 36 degrees and 30 minutes north. So here's my 36 degrees. I need to go an extra 30 minutes north. Well, I need to go up to 37, not down to 35. So I'm going to go 36, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Again, I'm not going to mark that point. I'm just going to remember in my mind where that is. Then I need to go 115 degrees and 0 minutes west. Well, 0 is kind of easy because I know it's going to be right on the line. So here's 115 degrees west. So I'm going to meet these 2 points. So my point will be right here, and that's going to be point B. What I would like you to do is find where points C and D are on your own. If you haven't already, please pause the video and find points C and D, and I'm going to show you the answers to those. So here would be where all of the points are for this lesson. Now we're going to go over some of the answers to lesson 3 in your student notebook. The first question is name 2 different types of aviation charts. Really, for this one, I just want you to be able to tell me what a sectional chart or map is, and that was this colored map, and that's what most private pilots use and what you'll be using. So I really don't want 2 for this answer, I just want 1 answer, and that would be a sectional map or sectional chart. The second is, why do aviators use different types of charts? Well, a lot of the bigger planes that are going to go a really far distance, they're going to use bigger charts that use up a bigger distance, whereas slower planes or smaller ones, they can use those small sectional chart maps so that they can really focus on the little area that they'll be visiting. The next question is, blank lines are always drawn parallel to the equator. So remember, the equator is what runs this way, so lat is flat, and that is going to be latitude lines. Longitude lines connect what 2 points? So remember, longitude connects the North Pole to the South Pole. Whole degrees of latitude and longitude are divided into 60 equal segments called minutes. So remember, there are 60 minutes in 1 degree, so those are going to be minutes. When points are identified by geographic coordinates, the blank coordinate is always first. So you're going to always see a north or south coordinate first, and north and south coordinates are longitude. Hopefully you already knew that. Next is, use the plotting grid to plot the following points. So it's going to give you 4 points here, and then on the opposite side, it's going to give you your plot, and it actually lists those points here so you don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So go ahead and fill in this plotting chart, and then after that you're going to complete the boldface. And just a reminder, the boldface is what is in bold. You are going to rewrite it and make sure it is spelled correctly and there's the right number of spaces and punctuation. And then that concludes lesson 3.